the Trojan War. The very name evokes images of epic battles and legendary heroes. Passed down through generations, the tale speaks of love, betrayal, and the fickle whims of fate. Despite its ancient origins, the story remains relevant today. The Trojan War is a story where mythology and history intertwine. It is a tale where gods and mortals clash, where love and war collide. The epic poems of Homer, the Iliad and the Odyssey provide the most comprehensive accounts of the Trojan War. These works blend mythology, folklore, and poetic license to create a captivating narrative. Homer's epics depict a world where gods intervene in human affairs, where heroes perform superhuman feats of strength. The Trojan War is believed to have been sparked by a combination of economic and political factors. The abduction of Helen may have been a catalyst rather than the sole cause of the war. The rivalry between the Greeks and the Trojans likely stemmed from control of trade routes and access to resources. By examining the mythological and historical aspects of the Trojan War, we gain a deeper understanding of this pivotal event and its enduring legacy. Imagine a world bathed in the warm glow of the Mediterranean sun, where the Aegean Sea sparkled like 1,000 jewels. This was the world of the Late Bronze Age, a time of vibrant civilizations and burgeoning empires. The Aegean region, a crossroads of cultures and trade, was a melting pot of ideas and innovations. The Mycenaean Greeks, a powerful and ambitious people, dominated mainland Greece. Ruled by warrior kings, they built impressive palaces and fortresses, their influence extending across the Aegean. Across the Aegean, on the Anatolian coast, lay the city of Troy. Strategically positioned at the entrance to the Dardanelles, Troy controlled access to the Black Sea and its rich resources. The relationship between the Mycenaean Greeks and the Trojans was complex, with ties of culture and kinship. However, beneath the surface, tensions simmered, waiting for a spark to ignite them. The abduction of Helen, the wife of Menelaus, king of Sparta, is often cited as the catalyst for the Trojan War. Helen, renowned for her beauty, was said to have been spirited away to Troy by Paris, the son of King Priam. The rivalry between the Greeks and the Trojans ran deep, fueled by competition for trade routes and resources. Menelaus, seeking to avenge his honor and reclaim his wife, called upon his brother Agamemnon, the powerful king of Mycenae, to assemble a vast army. The Greeks, united under Agamemnon's banner, prepared to sail across the Aegean and lay siege to Troy. The stage was set for a clash of civilizations, a conflict that would become the stuff of legends. The Trojan War was not merely a conflict between nations. It was a drama played out on a grand scale, with a cast of characters whose names have echoed through history. On the Greek side stood Achilles, the swift-footed warrior, almost invincible in battle. Alongside him stood Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca, known for his strategic brilliance and eloquence. Leading the Trojan defense was Hector, the noble prince of Troy, a skilled warrior and a devoted leader. And at the heart of the conflict was Helen, the woman whose beauty launched 1,000 ships. Gods and goddesses, driven by their own desires and rivalries, intervened in the affairs of mortals. Their interventions, often capricious and unpredictable, added another layer of complexity to the conflict. A 1,000 ships, their sails billowing in the Aegean wind, set sail from the shores of Greece. Led by Agamemnon, the most powerful king in all of Greece, the Greek army embarked on a perilous journey across the wine-dark sea. Their destination? Troy, a city of immense wealth and formidable defenses. The journey was long and arduous, fraught with challenges both natural and divine. Storms battered the Greek fleet, testing the limits of their seamanship. But Agamemnon, driven by ambition and a thirst for vengeance, refused to be deterred. After what seemed like an eternity at sea, the Greek ships finally approached the shores of Troy. The war, long in the making, had finally begun. The first clash between the Greeks and Trojans was swift and brutal. Both sides, eager to prove their mettle, fought with unmatched ferocity. Achilles, the swift-footed warrior of the Greeks, cut a swathe through the Trojan ranks, his rage fueled by a thirst for glory. Hector, the noble prince of Troy, met the Greek onslaught with unwavering courage, his skill with the spear unmatched. The tide of war ebbed and flowed, with neither side gaining a decisive advantage. The Greeks, unable to breach the walls of Troy, resorted to raiding parties, plundering the surrounding countryside and putting pressure on the besieged city. The war, it seemed, would continue until one side emerged victorious, no matter the cost. Life inside the walls of Troy was one of constant fear and uncertainty. The ever-present threat of Greek attack hung over the city like a shroud. Food and supplies grew scarce as the siege dragged on. Hector, ever the valiant leader, rallied his people, urging them to remain strong in the face of adversity. Despite the hardships, the Trojans found solace in their faith and in the bonds of family and community. Troy, though besieged, was far from broken. The Trojan War was not merely a conflict between mortals. The gods of Olympus, with their own desires and rivalries, played an active role, shaping the course of the war. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, favored the Trojans. On the other side stood Hera, queen of the gods, and Athena, goddess of wisdom and warfare. They sided with the Greeks, their anger fueled by Paris's rejection of their gifts in favor of Aphrodite's promise. The gods' involvement in the war was not limited to mere favoritism. They descended from Olympus, taking on physical forms and participating directly in the fighting. After 10 long years of siege, the Greeks devised a cunning plan to end the stalemate. They constructed a massive wooden horse, an offering to the goddess Athena, or so the Trojans were led to believe. In reality, the horse was hollow, its belly filled with a select group of Greek warriors led by the cunning Odysseus. The Trojans, weary of war and believing the Greeks had finally given up, emerged from their city to inspect the abandoned gift. Despite the warnings of some, including the prophetess Cassandra and the warrior Laocoon, Priam was persuaded. As night fell and the Trojans slept, the trap was sprung. The Trojan War, as depicted in Homer's epics and other ancient sources, is a tapestry woven from both historical events and mythological embellishments. The gods' interventions, though fantastical, reflect the human tendency to attribute events to forces beyond our control. The heroes of the Trojan War, both Greek and Trojan, embodied timeless human qualities, both noble and flawed. Achilles, with his unmatched strength and his tragic flaw of pride, embodies the duality of human nature. Hector, the noble defender of Troy, represents loyalty, courage, and a deep sense of duty. The story of the Trojan horse has resonated through the ages as a cautionary tale about the dangers of deception and the unpredictable consequences of our choices. For centuries, the Trojan War was considered myth and legend. Scholars debated its historicity, with some dismissing it as fiction. In the 19th century, Heinrich Schliemann embarked on a quest that changed our understanding. Guided by Homer's Iliad, Schliemann sought the ruins of Troy. His quest led him to Hisarlik, near the Dardanelles Strait. Schliemann believed this hill concealed Troy. His controversial excavations yielded astonishing results. Schliemann unearthed 9 cities, each built upon the last. These cities provided evidence of a thriving civilization. The discovery reignited the debate about the Trojan War. A significant find was a massive fortification wall. Schliemann also found evidence of a catastrophic fire. Artifacts like weapons, pottery and jewelry offered glimpses into the lives of Troy's inhabitants. Schliemann's excavations at Hisarlik revealed a complex and layered history, far richer than anyone had imagined. The 9 cities unearthed, each representing a distinct period of occupation, spanned thousands of years. This layered history provided a unique window into the evolution of civilization in the region. The earliest settlements at Hisarlik dated back to the early Bronze Age, around 3000 BC. Over time, the settlement grew in size and importance, evolving into a fortified city. The city of Troy during this period, known as Troy the Sixth and Dacia, was a formidable fortress. Evidence of a catastrophic fire and widespread destruction suggested a violent end to Troy the Sixth. Despite the compelling archaeological evidence unearthed at Hisarlik, the debate surrounding the Trojan War continues. The existence of a powerful city named Troy during the late Bronze Age is no longer in doubt. Some argue that the archaeological evidence does not conclusively prove the historicity of the Trojan War. They point out that the destruction of Troy the Sixth could have been caused by an earthquake, fire, or internal conflict. Others maintain that the archaeological evidence and the persistence of the Trojan War narrative support the historicity of the conflict. The discovery of Linear B tablets mentioning Wilusa, believed to be Troy, adds to the debate. The Trojan War, whether myth or fact, continues to fascinate and inspire, reminding us of the power of storytelling. The Trojan War, a conflict waged on the plains of ancient Anatolia, continues to resonate across millennia. Whether viewed as a historical event embellished by myth or a purely literary creation, its impact on Western culture is undeniable. The echoes of this epic struggle can be heard in our literature, our art, and our understanding of the human condition. Homer's epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, stand as towering achievements of Western literature. They have inspired countless writers, poets, and artists, shaping our notions of heroism, love, fate, and the tragedy of war. The characters who populate these epics, Achilles, Hector, Helen, Odysseus, have become archetypes, their stories echoing through the ages, their dilemmas still relevant to the human experience. Beyond the realm of literature, the Trojan War has permeated our art, music, and theatre. From ancient Greek vases depicting scenes of battle and sacrifice to Renaissance paintings capturing the drama of the Trojan horse, artists have found endless inspiration in this timeless tale. Composers have set the story to music, capturing the grandeur and tragedy of the conflict, while playwrights have adapted it for the stage, breathing new life into the ancient characters and their timeless struggles. The Trojan War serves as a potent reminder of the enduring power of storytelling. Myths and legends passed down through generations shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. They provide a framework for understanding our own lives, our own struggles, and the timeless challenges that unite us across time and cultures. The legacy of the Trojan War extends beyond its artistic and literary influence. It has shaped our language, our values, and our understanding of history itself. The war stands as a cautionary tale about the destructive power of unchecked ambition, the seductive allure of beauty, and the often tragic consequences of human choices. The phrase Trojan horse has become synonymous with deception, a reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that even the most well-fortified defenses can be breached from within. The war also highlights the complexities of human nature, showcasing both the best and worst of humanity, the courage of warriors, the loyalty of family and friends, the destructive power of anger and revenge. The search for the historical Troy, sparked by Schliemann's discoveries, has transformed our understanding of the past. Archaeology, once a pursuit shrouded in romanticism, emerged as a scientific discipline capable of shedding light on the distant past and challenging long-held assumptions. The ruins of Troy, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stand as a testament to the enduring power of the past and its ability to capture our imaginations. The Trojan War, though shrouded in the mists of time, continues to speak to us. Its lessons about love, loss, war, and the human condition remain as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. It is a story that has transcended time and culture, its legacy forever etched in our collective memory.